All praises to Yahweh. All praises to Yahweh Shai. All praises for the Rekah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone that have been and continue to teach the true gospel. Salute to the Akim, spreading the true gospel on the streets and lanes of the city, on the highways and hedges, and on the World Wide Web. Much love to him, Akwath, who learned science with all subjection and on a righteous order under the men of Yahweh Shai. Hey, the Lord just put in my spirit to go into, these wars and rumors of wars, because you got, things really lining up. You got former Russian president Medvedev and Trump, trading, going back and forth, going back and forth. So and now they making chess moves, right? So apparently Trump called for some nuclear submarines to, be stationed based off of Medvedev's comments, basically, right? And Putin is, talking about putting them new hypersonic missiles, or he probably already got some in Belarus, which makes him closer to Europe and the allies, right? Because hey, Putin understands that all the talking, trying to stopping the war with Ukraine has been nothing but talk, right? And the NATO has just been supplying Ukraine with all types of assistance. And who knows if, I'm sure NATO soldiers are on the battlefield with them, right? So Russia's, understanding that and knowing that it's already a World War III, technically speaking, hey, and the Lord has declared it. So again, how many times have you heard peace, 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 peace? We want peace, peace and safety, peace and safety. You've heard that over and over again, right? But what does Scripture say? As soon as they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, right? And that's what the prophets of the Lord will not be of that number, have been saying all along. Hey, don't listen to what they say. Watch what happens. And again, over and over again, everybody keeps saying peace. Even with the ceasefires, right? There's been a couple of ceasefires, but what happens? It sparks back up again. So even if there is a ceasefire, right? World War III is still going to happen because the Lord has already declared it from the beginning. And through the mouth of his prophets, we're declaring it now, warning people, letting you know, prophesying, letting you know what's going to happen, saying it before it actually happens, right? Because we also know the MO to the T to the B is coming. It's here. Well, it's here, but it's gonna be made mandatory on a mass scale throughout the whole world. They talk about the wearables, right? So this gradualism is Esau is something with this gradualism. So now everything is hyping up about the wearables. That's just getting you ready for you to just going to practice. Yeah, we talking about practice. That's what gradualism is. You practicing what they want you to do ultimately. So them wearables is ultimately is getting you ready to get that thing inserted. Just like the Vlade Divac was a test run, nothing but gradualism, right? Getting your body ready, prepared, right? And seeing how many people they could fool. And they fooled a lot. But hey, as the Lord said, if they would deceive the very elect, but they're not going to be able to fool the elect. And again, Lord will not be of that number. But hey, this devil got a whole lot with him. I can say that. Got a whole lot with him. But enough of me talking. Let's get into this precept. This book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. And yeah, the brothers, we get excited, when missiles start flying. Absolutely. Because we know what it's leading up to, but we also know the end is not yet because there's a few prophecies that have to come to pass as well. But we see nation rising against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And we see famines, right? What do they talk about over there in Gaza? Kids starving to death and dying because of famine and pestilences. Yeah. You got plagues all over the place and earthquakes in diverse places. Yeah, it was just an earthquake off in Russia, right? All these are the beginning of sorrows. And yeah, there's a lot of sorrow happening, but it's going to get worse. It's going to keep getting worse. There's nothing that's going to come back that's going to make anything great again. This thing is going to get worse. Well, what's going to come back is the Israelites are going to be great again. They're going to rule again, and there's going to be peace on earth, right? And there's going to be righteous laws, statutes, and commandments being followed on earth, you know? So that's what's going to happen. And the Lord is raising up the temple right now through his men, you know? And we're nothing but humble servants. So, hey, don't be mad at us. We're just the messengers. And you're not mad at us. You're actually mad at Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you know? And ultimately, he's the one that's going to bring the judgment on you, not us. We're not going to do anything. We can't do anything. He hasn't given us the power to do anything. But in that day we will have that power. And after that, that's all she wrote. Sorry, not sorry. Hey man, we had some beautiful times for the Israelites and some sorrowful times for you 2/3 hard-headed, stiff-necked Jakes, and the end of the heathen nations kingdom. This is it, Esau. This is your last hurrah. What you gonna do? Yeah, nothing. I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna absolutely do nothing because you have no power over the Creator. You're the creature. He gave you a little bit of power. You showed out, right? Did all types of madness and abominations on this earth. Hey, and now the show's over. The movie is ending, right? And the righteous men are coming back on top. And I just wanted to, put out a swift one before I go to camp. But yeah, hey, Lord willing, before I close, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Lord willing, this video is edifying to the elect. Until next time, Shalom.